found is when I got the little washer on there with the wing nut, and it's going brrr. It sounds like a barking jet motor or something. I don't know if you ever heard those jet motors that they don't spin, they just blow fuel through them. But with that dude off and cranked up high enough on fuel, it doesn't do that. And I tried adding air, but see, we're already at 1500, right, on my material, and it's probably gonna start melting that hunk of steel if I'm not careful. Yeah, it's she's screaming. Yeah, I think that's hot enough for my. I was just retoasting some of that material, so I'm gonna shut this dude down here. I'll show you what we're doing here. Hear that? That's what it was doing before. No good, right? And so, yeah, I had it choked off or something too much from when I was originally running it. But yeah, it's getting hot now, man. Right away, it got right up to basically 1800 when I had nothing in there. And yeah, so what I got in there is that ore that I was playing with, you know, and trying to get the gold out of it with Aqua Regia. And I figured I'd toast it again and make sure I got all the sulfur burned off, which I'm sure it is now because it's about 1300 degrees and no sulfur can survive that. And yeah, I'm going to run that back through my chain mill and pulverize it again. And then basically pan that dude carefully down and see if I can see some values. Greg is loaded with information. That guy, he's like a walking furnace encyclopedia. And so anyway, yeah, I'm just cutting my teeth on this, obviously. Yeah, let's get that out of there. Let that chill its bones a little bit. It's good and hot now. If it had anything to give up as far as sulfur, it did. It had been in there about 10 or 12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And yeah, it's good and hot. This material's just been out of there a couple of minutes. But you can see it only says it's like 600 and something, right? 700. But I dug around a little bit like this. Just, you know, because it's the very top surface is cooling off on the air right away. Like that. I'll measure that little hole there I just dug. Yeah, see, that's over 800 still. So yeah, it's plenty hot. I'm sure it was over 1,000. I am sure of it. There's that material. It's got a little bit of grit, I think, from this thing. This was you know, steel little pot, but it had you know, like a ceramic coat on it. But you can see some material stuck to the side pretty well. So I think I got plenty hot. And anyway, I'm gonna bust this up here again and pan it out, see what we get. This is not very much material, so I think I can just dump it in here and then fire it up. Yeah, it should be able to do that, even with my burned out motor. That's too shabby. Probably go just a little while because it'll keep rebeating it. I got this plugged off, basically, and so it'll just keep beating it until it's, you know, dust. I'm gonna let it go just a couple minutes here and I'll bring it back. Yeah, I think that's probably long enough for a couple minutes. Yeah. A little bit of dust flying up. Chucked in a couple of pieces of little chunks of quartz just to get things mixing well. Hanging in there a little bit more. sure it gets mixed up really well. Let me get that stuff out of there. Been holding my breath the whole time there because I want to breathe it. I hold my breath for about 30 seconds and get that thing opened up. And I'm holding my breath. As long as I can hold it while I'm doing that. One more. Okay. Got her. I think we got her. Looks pretty fine now. Okay, get that in the pan here. Have it. Get my pan straight into here because if I lose any values, I'm going to rerun this, I'm sure, at least once more. There's there might be a tiny bit of something in there. It's only a tiny bit of material, right? So when I dump this bucket out and I add some new material, yeah, all this stuff will be in there and run with it. Yep. Looking pretty gritty. Dump that off I think first. I think there's really much in there, I don't think. If it is, it'll be right down there. Wash this out, I'll look again. That's right, I always look, I'm always looking. Anyway, there won't be much at all anyway, probably, so can't sweat it too much, right? There's a little bit of jet drying here already. And it's cold water though, it surely is cold. Get pretty clean now. I'm not scared today. I'm not scared. I got my J160. I had to talk to my neighbor because we was visiting. You gotta stratify this stuff, right? Finger goes right to the bottom. That's something I learned from Keith years ago. Keith Bowen from Hard Rock University. This kind of stuff especially, you gotta really stratify it. If your finger doesn't go right to the bottom when you're stratifying it, that means the gold ain't gonna fall out either, right? So you gotta stratify enough, not turn it over. You don't wanna go so hard that you keep flipping the gold up to the top, but you want your finger to go right to the bottom. And that's something I learned years ago from Keith, maybe 10 years ago or something, or more. But yeah, he's loaded with knowledge. Yeah, if you want to learn something, go watch him, because he knows. Been a miner, I think, all of his life, and a hard rock guy. So yeah, he knows this stuff. He probably knows this stuff is hard to get the gold out. I'm sure he does. He's a pro, no doubt about it. We love him so much, of course. Taught me a lot of good stuff, right? Get it all back here again. Trying to get off a lot of that little fluff at the top, and let's get down to hopefully a little bit of gold. We can see what we got. There'll be gold in here for sure, but you know, I don't know if there's still some locked up in this stuff. So I'm saving everything, right? Because until I figure out if I got that iridium off of it, or if I got to run a dry Aqua Regia or some other you know, fire process, you know, where I'm smelting and get rid of that iridium, because that stuff is tough in Aqua Regia. It's straight up chemical Aqua Regia. Very tough. Too tough, man. Getting down there now to some darker heavies. Oh yeah, we're getting down there now. Let's see what we can see here. I might have to get an ASDR pan out here, but we'll see here if I can do it with the round one. Everybody can do it with the round one. They've been doing it for years. You don't need a special one, but I did make them because they were a little more handy for this kind of stuff. Some light taps now, right? Not crazy taps. Not sure about this stuff. Let me put on my specs. No wonder I can't see. I'm like, why can't I see that? Oh, hang on, my glasses on. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. A little bit of gold in there. A piece right there. Yeah, it's quite a bit there, actually. Maybe that's enough rotations to get it done. I don't know if you guys can see that, hopefully. You're here, right? Hope you can. Anyway, yeah, it's for a little sample, that's quite a bit actually, more than what I've been seeing. I should probably take this downstairs and run it across my 61, my gold cleaner 61, and anyway, definitely some gold on in there. Right here, right? A little line up there and then quite a bit right here. Yeah, it's also like this here looks like a, you know, like a silvery piece, like maybe if it's a hunk of silver. There's quite a bit of you know, light white looking metal in there. You know, probably silver, but who knows, you know. Could be a little bit platinum or something, but one thing for sure is there's quite a bit more there than what I've been seeing. So that roasting probably helped, and then re-grind again. And then it's still in there. That's the whole point too. After the Aqua Regia, this is all treated in chemical Aqua Regia heavily, right? For a couple days. Yeah, no gold. Yeah, I do a stannous chloride test, no gold. So yeah, this worked, and whereas the chemical would not.